Oh, baby. It's heating up now. It's heating up now. Stirring it up. Stirring the pot's heating up now. Okay. So now the waterfall has opened. Okay. Niagara descending upon us. Okay. So now they telling all the tea about, Diddy and everything. They telling all the tea. They going ham, honey. Okay, cool. Tell your stories, boo boo. Reveal that evil. Sell your story. Make your coin. Make your coin. Sell your stories, make your coin. You still can't file charges on it, though. To me. I mean, just like they try to do Bill Cosby or whatever. If they were under 18, file the charges. If you're over 18, I don't think you should be able to file charges on that stuff that happened years ago that's not currently ongoing. That's just my opinion. But tell your story, boo-boo. Write them books. Child, I would get everybody together who has the story to tell, and I would put it all in one book, but I would name it off in sections and complete it together as a story. Put everybody's name in the chapters or sections or whatever. Well, that'd be too much because they probably want to start from when they were young girls and what they were doing in their life that got them up to that point. But we don't care about all that. We don't care about all that. I want to know when the Diddy stuff started. I don't care how you grew up and everything else. It might add more insight, but don't go into too much detail on it because, yeah, girl, we're trying to get to the when you got with him and what was going on with him. Okay, yeah. So I say all y'all tell y'all story, make y'all coin, because the people still gonna buy it regardless if he sue you for it or not. But then also at the same time I'm biased and unbiased because I'm like, well, if say you go ahead and you tell your story, you have all this stuff out there about him, he could sue you for defamation or whatever, or so, and then take your little book coin, could take you to court for it. You might not end up making no doggone money about it or whatever. The fight, it's going to be a court battle either way, I say. It's going to be a court battle either way. So I say sue him before he sue you so you can already have suit first, I guess. I guess that's the whole object of the game. Sue him before he sue you for telling the doggone story. Get ahead of everything. So maybe they are all right for doing what they doing. I don't know. But, yeah. Miss Cassie, I'm just so sad about that. Really, anything Diddy wanted, she was gonna do it. He could have told her, hop on one foot and bark. She'd have done it. That's why she shaved the side of her head, and people are coming out the woodwork, child, talking about Diddy and shit. She shaved the side of her head because he saw somebody else with it and wanted her to shave the side of your head. I mean, he said jump. She said, the only thing that commands that is money, power, and control, and mind control. So I don't know. We've all been there, in different sort of aspects and variants and levels, I guess, depending on the type of relationships we've all been in. We hear that all the time. If he would have said jump, I would have said hi, and vice versa and stuff like that or whatever, but don't nearly have the same amount of money and power that Diddy had. So, it's just, I don't know. Trauma is crazy because there's no way I could have some man telling me to screw these other men in front of him and he sit back and watch it, and he's calling them freak off days, and he's sitting there watching it for his gratification. It's like you had, I don't know, you had to enjoy something about that as well. So if you grew up traumatized and used and abused as a kid, and y'all know what I'm talking about, you grow this from what I've heard and read, because I haven't experienced that sort of trauma. But if you have like a sex addiction or a sex issue already from stemming from trauma, and then this man with all this money and power comes to you, and it's like, do this and do that with all these other men, let me sit there and watch. I imagine it would be something extremely erotic for you, or something that you enjoy as well, or something that gets you off too with all that money and power, and you look good, and you got the drugs, and you got the alcohol, and you wearing the fancy things, and you're in this beautiful surroundings. What I'm sure it's very erotic, and you probably enjoyed it as well, at the time. But then you look back on it, because hindsight is 360. You're like, well, God, dog, I was letting this man lead me to the water, and I was drinking it. And now, I kind of feel ashamed about all that. It was wrong. It was dirty. It was maybe even demonic to a certain extent, whatever. But when you give yourself over to a certain form of depravity, at any level in life, what do you expect, It's sad. It's sad. It's sad. It's really sad. And, all parties involved were wrong in my mind. She was in a vulnerable state. She was wrong for, yielding to it and not being able to stand up for it. You're under certain substances or delusions from your past traumas or whatever, or what you've seen growing up, in the relationships you've seen with your parents growing up and everything. And then, there's predator and prey. There's discipline and undisciplined. There's, settling for mediocrity to a point, and not doing what you know is best for you, and standing up for yourself, and you're addicted to the lifestyle, the drugs and the money and the sex, child. And you just down a rabbit hole, baby. Frying. Burn, baby, burn, Oh, child. Diddy. I don't know, man. It's crazy, man. But, at the same time, these weren't kids. These were adults. They were over the age of 18, young or not. You have to give your consent. So,